since the De La Hoya fight, has had that tear. But it gave him a little discomfort. But then, he rested a couple of days, and it was fine. This one, he sort of injured it, and it was up, and they gave him the shots, and then he was fine. So a rotator cuff is a really strange injury. Everybody thinks once there's a little tear, it's over, but that's not true. That's not true there. Football players playing with torn rotator cuff, Major League Baseball players.
Now, Floyd said that he injured his hand as well. Roger Mayweather was talking about.
Floyd has injured hands. I know.
So does that make it an even fight? Or?
I don't know. It's even. But all of these guys at the highest level have injuries. Now, certain injuries you can fight through, and certain injuries, when they reoccur in a fight, are too painful to really perform at your best. But I don't know any fighter, really, I'm sure there are some, at the top level who doesn't go into a fight with some kind of injury.
So how likely is a rematch at this point, Bob?
What?
How likely is a rematch?
I have no idea. All I know is on the Pacquiao side with me, it hasn't been discussed. Because why discuss it until we know that the guy can fight again? I don't want to be an alarmist. I think, the doctor assures that he can and everything. But, it's not a minor operation.
Do you give Floyd any credit for winning a fight at this magnitude?
Floyd is a great fighter. He's a great fighter, a great technician. I'm sure he gets credit. I mean, even most fighters, even with Manny hurting his shoulder, couldn't compete against Pacquiao. Floyd competed very well. Nobody says he's not one of the great fighters of our era, if not the greatest.
Bob, I gotta do this. I spoke to Oscar De La Hoya, and I said, who do you want to see Lucas Matisse fight next? And he told me Brandon Rios. What do you think about what's a good fight for Brandon?
I love that fight. I love
Fireworks?
Oscar knows what makes a good fight. I think Rios Matisse would be a sensational fight.
And Oscar also wanted to see Pacquiao versus Matisse. Oscar De La Hoya, that
Yeah,
is.
but that's not going to happen.
Are you concerned with the fans' lawsuits that they're filing against Pacquiao?
No, because there's such case law that fans, don't have a standing to sue.
Bob, what did you think about the 4.4 million pay-per-view buys? And you're involved in this fight. I mean, it made history.
That's a lot more than 4.
Really?
Yeah, that's a preliminary number. It'll go real long. May not hit 5, but it's going to be closer to 5 than 4.4.
Is there any fight that you think could break it in the near future?
Of course, there'll be a fight, maybe, I don't know about near future, but 10, 15 years from now, when we watch, everybody going to watch on their phones and iPad.
Radio.
Yeah, we're going to do 10, 12 million.
What's your overall thought now that everything this is over? You said it was one of the toughest promotions you had to deal with. Now that it's done, how do you feel about it?
Good. It's, things that are hard going through. Once you go through them and you reach the end, it doesn't seem like it was so bad. It was pretty bad going through it.
Would you do business with them again, Bob? Or, I mean, how's that side? Not going through it once, would you do it again?
Well, the results were certainly good.
When can we expect Lomachenko and Walters to fight?
What?
When can we expect Lomachenko and Walters to fight?
I think in the fall of this year. I mean, he has a tough fight, Walters, on June 13th. That Colombian guy hits like a mule. I mean, that's HBO on HBO June 13th on the Verdeo card. So if he gets through that, then that's the fight I want to put together.
Is Walters interested in that fight?
Who?
Walters. Is he interested in the fight?
Sure. Big fight.
Last question, Bob. Right here, we're here today for Tim Bradley, Jesse Vargas. What do you think of the fight itself?
I think it's going to be a terrific fight. Really competitive, really good fight. Up-and-coming guy who's making his bones against old reliable Tim Bradley.
Does Brandon Rios maybe get a shot at the winner? I know he really wanted this fight.